The Minister of State for Crime Prevention, Jeremy Brown, has announced the government's response to the Alcoholstrategy consultation. The first part of the announcement focused on targeted national action, both from government in tackling action on cheap alcohol and the industry in strengthening voluntary commitment to reduce alcohol-related harms. This includes a decision not to take the government's plans on minimum unit pricing forward at this stage, but to keep the policy under review. The government feels that it does not yet have enough concrete evidence that such a measure would be effective in reducing alcohol-related harm and problem drinking without penalising people who drink responsibly. The government is hoping that this will give the alcohol industry an opportunity to demonstrate what more it can do to reduce harms associated with problem drinking. For example, improving education on safer drinking, reducing availability of high-strength products, and responsible marketing. For similar reasons, the government has decided not to ban multi-buy promotions. Instead, the government has decided to tackle the more extreme examples of cheap alcohol by banning sales of alcohol below the level of alcohol duty plus VAT. This is intended to come into effect in England and Wales no later than spring 2014. The effect will be to criminalise, for example, the sale of a can of ordinary strength lager for less than around 40p. There will also be measures to make mandatory conditions on premises licence more effective to deal with and allow tougher action on irresponsible promotions in pubs and clubs, and promote responsible drinking by raising customer awareness of availability of smaller servings. The second part of the announcement recognises the positive benefits of local partnership schemes such as Best Bar None, Pub Watch, Purple Flag and community alcohol partnerships. The government is keen to build on this by identifying a number of high-harm alcohol action areas and work with them to strengthen local partnerships, improve enforcement and increase good practice of what works locally, including how areas can make the most of available health data as part of local decision-making. The third part of the government announcement will be welcomed by the licensed trade, as it refers to new measures to promote growth by freeing up responsible business and community groups from unnecessary red tape, whilst maintaining the integrity of the licensing system. These measures include removing the requirement for a premises licence or a temporary event notice and replacing it with a new ancillary seller's notice for community groups and those wanting to sell small amounts of alcohol as part of a wider service. For example, a florist wanting to deliver alcohol with flowers will be able to do so under an ancillary seller's notice, will be more quick and easy to use. Increasingly, the number of temporary event notices for each premises from 12 to 15 per year. Removing the requirement for a premises licence for late night refreshment where there is no need for one. Removing the requirement to renew personal licences every 10 years. There is an indication that there may also be consultation on whether to abolish personal licences altogether. The government concludes by saying that its response to the Alcoholstrategy consultation is designed to represent a proportionate approach to tackling the worst excesses of alcohol consumption without penalising law-abiding people or responsible businesses. Full details of the measures announced are not yet known, but these announcements will no doubt generate discussion and comment from the industry leading up to the introduction of the final proposals.